the fifth time in the last 2 years that England have shipped 600 runs away from home. There's a bit of a problem there, isn't there? And how do you go about addressing that?
There is a problem. I mean, there's a, as I say, I think if we're very honest, the last few days have summed up where we've been. We just haven't been good enough with the bat to get 450, 500. We've talked a lot about getting in good position. We've talked about how we've had glimpses, we've had sessions, we've had 2 sessions where we've played good cricket, but we haven't been good enough over the course of a day, over the course of an innings, to put Australia under pressure. And from 230 for 2 to then, 340 all out, where your tail enders are chipping in to get you to that sort of score, you're under pressure. And then you're constantly chasing the game. If you don't get 450, 500 on a wicket like that batting first, you put yourself under pressure. And then what it does do is it puts our bowlers under pressure. And if you don't take early wickets and you don't build scoreboard pressure, as we've seen there tonight, then you make it very hard for yourself. And that's something that we've just not been capable of being able to do.
Just wanted to ask about Joe's finger. Is it potentially broken or is it just sore?
I think he's just sore. Before I came out, I just said, how is it? And he said, sore. And he said, probably be a bit stiff in the morning. So I think regardless of what it's like in the morning, he'll be taking guard first ball, that is for certain.
After a pretty rough first 3 test matches, the tail sort of picked up a bit in the last 2, particularly in the first innings. Has that given them belief that perhaps they could get through this?
Well, I mean, I think in Adelaide we had a little bit of belief halfway through that match that we could actually start to match and kick on, and then I think we've seen at a certain time, again, it goes back to glimpses, doesn't it? I mean, it's no good almost getting to the 4th game and suddenly starting to make a contribution. You need that all the way through the series, and it's not, I'm not being critical that people haven't tried or haven't wanted to, just sometimes that's the way that it goes, but you can't rely on your tail enders to get you up to a decent score, can you? It's got to be, your main batters have got to score the runs for you and put you in a good position. And too often we've been in half-decent positions and not been able to go on and capitalise. And Australia have, and that's why they're in the position they're in.